everybody, Mac here. If you watched my last offering, Mac Air, you know I've operationalized my long-standing goal to give flying in session a try. I've resisted doing so for a very long time, even though I've been practicing since almost the first month after joining Shack Tactical. Though I was able to deliver supplies and sling load several pieces of equipment to support the company attack on Caribou, I was unable to properly lift an infantry squad to a designated LZ. At the time, because nobody was killed, I thought I'd done a decent job of it, but I was given a solid critique by Dyslexy, which gave me pause to consider what I had ignored and not done right. Take a look again at this attempted LZ.
I am literally standing right by Shiva.
So who's called to FPL right now?
I guess that'd be Gamage.
Don't fuck this up, Gamage, I'll be fucking what?
I'm sorry already.
Logi lead, are you there?
I'll do it if you don't want the heat game.
We're going into some
I'll
shit, guys, so fucking game face is on alright.
Oh shit!
They can fire. That's not friendly.
That is not friendly. Oh no!
Took a hit, took a hit.
Oh no!
We're flying, everybody!
Oh shit!
Goodbye.
We're fine, we're fine.
Out, out, out!
Get out, get out, get out!
And we're down. Let's break this down in detail.
I guess that'd be Gamage.
Don't fuck this up, Gamage, I'll be fucking what?
Okay, let's stop here for a moment. You might have noticed the three vehicles that I passed by in the water. These are friendly vehicles, LAV-25s from the company's LAV platoon, each one armed with a 25mm Bushmaster cannon and constituting the company's main firepower. I've just flown ahead of them. This by itself is not a huge error, but what I didn't do was even consider what that might mean. I just kept on trucking ahead of a significant portion of the friendly forces toward the LZ. That would have been a good time to break right, circle around, and ask whether the LZ was secure. If not, I could have landed a couple of 100 meters to the east with little to no effect on timeliness of the drop, and obviously everyone would have been uninjured.
I'll do it if you don't want the heat game.
Continuing in, I come under fire. I consider it inaccurate. I also note a flashlight at the LZ, which I mistakenly take as a sign of friendly presence. This is a grave error. Friendly troops being equipped with night vision goggles would have no reason to use a flashlight. This is in fact proof of enemy presence at the LZ.
We're going into some shit, guys, so fucking game face is on alright.
Oh shit!
They can fire.
At this point, I'm getting concerned, because I'm only going to be getting closer to the enemy who, though he hasn't hit me yet, has got me worried that I may not be able to get below defilade to insert the squad onto the LZ. At this point, however, I'm committed. I've accepted that the LZ I've been directed to is sufficiently safe to land at, and probably more importantly, I'm concerned about looking unable to execute the task.
That's not friendly.
That is not friendly.
The enemy on the LZ turns out to be exactly the most dangerous sort of fellow he could be, an RPG man, and he lets fly with a rocket into the Chinook, knocking out its engines. At this point, we're in a bad way.
Oh,
As
no.
I kill Collective in an effort to
no.
maintain rotor speed and bring the Chinook down without killing us all, this RPG man becomes briefly visible. Not that I noticed him at the time.
Oh shit!
Goodbye.
After this session, I'd felt relatively okay about what I'd done, and I'd felt that this LZ was not particularly hot. In fact, I even called it a warm LZ.
We're fine, we're fine.
Out, out, out!
Get out, get out, get out!
After this event, I felt okay about what I'd done, and I'd even been congratulated on my keeping things together and landing. I had felt that this LZ was not particularly hot. In fact, I had missed the RPG man entirely, and thought that my Chinook had been struck by a round from what had been firing at us until then. Here are the consequences of my unawareness after considering Dyslexy's assessment of my performance. I placed a squad at extreme peril, jeopardized the company reinforcement, and lost a Chinook to enemy fire, which required another air asset to give me a ride back to log base. I failed to size up the situation and recognize an opportunity to make the delivery of Golf Squad as safe as it could possibly be. I failed to recognize enemy presence on the LZ, and ignored a direct fire threat. I had considered the LZ safe to land in. Dyslexy emphasized that taking HMG fire directly at the cockpit from within 400 meters, which is missing by mere meters, is not a warm LZ. Nonetheless, I was able to auto-rotate, and most importantly, a huge amount of luck was in effect, something that I was not so eager to admit until it was pointed out to me. I'm trying to take care of this guy here. To call this any kind of success is a gross exaggeration. This was not a success. It was failure avoided only by extreme good fortune. I hope that this breakdown of a single very short episode in an hours-long cooperative mission involving dozens of players who are counting on my skill as a pilot and were badly served impresses on you the importance of patience and mature control. As a pilot, you have the enjoyment of up to a platoon of players literally in your hands. It is up to you to make the decisions that will decide if they go to spec chat and watch their buddies continue onward, or whether they'll get to fight and play a part in the symphony of death and destruction. Choose wisely. Thanks for watching.